If only I could turn back time.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Hope you all are having a wonderful day. D24 Rose coming back at you with another video. Got a lot to explain in this video and a lot to get you guys caught up on, so it's going to be more commentary than just watching the video with music in the background. So I guess let's get right into it. This is me along with other friends of mine, and my girlfriend and a couple of their girlfriends are going to be joining us also on a new official server. I'm not, broke off from the tribe members in the previous videos of mine. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing at the moment, waiting for Ragnarok to come out. And the reason why is when we decided to break off from JayEx23 because no one liked him anymore and he was just and blunt a dick. We were temporarily set up on the same server that we were originally in his tribe on, well, his secondary tribe on the island server 224. We were attacked / wiped off of that, but we had already found a new server that we were setting up on, had a lot of stuff already transferred over there, and during the process of being attacked on 224 we managed to get a lot more stuff taken over there. But then a few days to a week after the attack on us on 224, we were also attacked and / wiped off of the new server we were on. So a lot of people have, took a couple days to try to kind of figure out what they wanted to do. I know some, I think, have went over to No Tame server, which I think I may be joining up with them also on the No Tame server and playing with them. Because I'm not completely separating from them or abandoning them. Still gonna play with them. They're good friends of mine. I enjoy playing with them. So I'm still gonna play with them. I would just, for the most part, a lot of people, the whole group probably won't hook back up with one another until Ragnarok comes out. But I'll probably go join them on the No Tame server, along with playing with this separate group of friends of mine on this new official server. We've been here for about a week, a little less, and managed to get quite a bit set up. Not a whole lot, but I mean, it's a little something. It's a start. Now I had some stuff after we was completely wiped off our second server that was still in my obelisk. I had just never took it out, just kept refreshing it, kept it in my ob. At first I was a little torn what to do with it, whether to let it just despawn or actually keep it and use it. I ultimately decided that, I wanted to start the game again with no duping, DDoSing, because yes, I admit I had duped when in that tribe. Basically everybody on the game does, whether they admit it or not, but I can't admit that I had duped. So I had decided I wanted to start over fresh with no duping, so I just let this stuff in my ob despawn. And we started here on this new server with this new group of new group of mine. It's old, and they're friends of mine, been friends of mine for a long time, plus my girlfriend, plus a couple of their girlfriends, like I had said, are going to be joining us. But like I also said, I'm not disbanding the group of people that I had played with in the previous videos. Still playing with them. Like I said, probably be playing with them on a No Tame server. You might see some of that, might not. I don't know if I'll do any footage of that. I wasn't planning on doing YouTube at all, but I've got some traction here on YouTube, so I figured I'd continue going with it, continue giving you guys the story as it progresses and all that good stuff. But you will definitely be, seeing all of us hooking back up when Ragnarok comes out. I'll definitely be hooking up with those guys because, like I said, I enjoy playing with them. They're a lot of fun. But let's get into what's actually going on right now and give you a base tour of what we have so far. We have our first floor right here, all the general basic essentials, couple fridges, the smithy, the cooker, a vault, some boxes, our frog that we store in here. About the only dino I think that we actually store inside at the moment is just a frog, and I just use that to run and get paste and stuff with. out of the swamp cave. We got in the vault here, I think, where we just put the chitin from the frog. Right here we got a little window, allows us to access one of the forges, which we have currently just smelting a bunch of metal. So gives us easy access, the access to forge from here within the house. Moving on up to the second floor. Starting on the first floor, work the way up all the way to the roof and then to the outside on the tour. Some more of, you know, the basics. Our chem bench here, a vault here where we store our paste, a fabricator, our generator, a couple more vaults. Mainly everything's just been geared towards bullet making, so basically the whole base is just designed around turret / bullet making. It's more of the same up here, a little more actual storage up here, like a vault I think for metal, and then turret ammo / building vault is more what that's used for. This one says pearls, but it gets used for basically a bunch of everything, and that one is gunpowder. And another chem bench, like I said, just to speed up the process of making gunpowder, along with a second fabricator to speed up the process of making gunpowder. We'll move up to the roof, show you guys the top, and get into the outside. Come up here, and this is what we have so far working here. You can kind of start getting a glimpse of some of the dinos, and I don't know if I mentioned yet, but you'll see some of the dinos are bloody. No, we haven't been attacked, so don't worry about that. Like, we haven't been attacked and the dinos almost died. A lot of them are freshly tamed within probably the last 24 hours or so, and 24 to 36 hours roughly freshly tamed, and they've been leveled up in HP and whatnot. So a lot of them are, you know, so they haven't been attacked and nearly killed that way or anything. They're just leveled up and haven't healed from being leveled up. But this is what we got up here. We've got the two indie forges, as you can see. The one closest to the house is the one I showed you, which is the one what we use to smelt the metal in. The other one we use for non-stop burning of charcoal. They're both basically going 24/7. Let's talk about the location before we get more into the tour. This is in, you know, right there, obviously, as you can see, right across from Carno Island. Right here in the woods. It was a lot more dense and secluded when we first started, and was basically kept us hidden to start getting built up a little bit to the point where we're at. For every story that we've added to the house, we decided we would just do another one of these, you know, basic generic things as a hatch frame with turrets on it, just for the actual base coverage. But you can see we've got it on all four corners, set and getting all the turrets set up on the hatch frames and whatnot. We do also, you'll see here, and once I get out there into the stuff, there is some towers set up around. In terms of the, I know what you guys are thinking, well, someone can just come up and kill your dinos very easily. We do got a few towers set up around. We still got to do more work. We're still debating whether to start working on behemoth gates and behemoth gating off this entire big perimeter here and whatnot. We were debating yesterday. The debate was whether to stay put or move. We decided we'd just stay put where we're at, not going to move, and we'll just do what we can with this location. But this is what we got going for the roofs and our house turrets as of right now. We'll move out here and start showing you some more of the dinos and things. But like I said, if you see some that are bloody, don't pay it no attention. They've just been leveled in HP and haven't healed up yet. So we'll drop down over here in the back. We've got a feeding trough. We've got a few of those set up around. The pipe that runs out there to the ocean for our cooker. Over here behind the forges, we've got our industrial grill. You can kind of see one of the towers up there for the perimeter. We've got some air cons just sitting here on the outside for some breeding whenever we get into that. Some pterandons here. We've managed to get a decent amount of pterandons to get us going and whatnot. We got several Yankees. We did manage to get this Quetzal, which was pretty decent, level 100 wild Quetz it was. The name is something just because I had told one of my tribe members just to name it something, and that's what he named it, was something. So, and we've kept it that way. A Thylo that we have tamed, few aloes that we just grabbed those late yesterday evening, along with the Spino, along with the Procoptodon and the Therizino. All of those were just fresh, and the Rex was all just freshly tamed yesterday evening. Um, Another, feeding trough there. Another tower out over this way with a feeding trough. Just, basic little towers, one by one with a couple hatch frames on both sides. 3 turrets on each side and then 1 on each side on the middle, so 8 total on the towers. That's the design I came up with and that I'm going with. It's not too bad, I think. I kind of like it. Another one there also, same thing as how all the turret towers are going to be. We have managed to get in the week or so that we've been on the server 2 gigas, as you can see. One was not that great. I believe that one, the one that we haven't even named, was either a level 40. I believe it's a level 40 wild. And then this one here was a level 90 wild. They're both male. Nothing special, obviously, compared to what you've seen other people have on official, and compared to what we used to have also. Nothing special, but it is what it is. The Paraceratherium that was freshly tamed late last night also, and then had been leveled up and went out, got XP, leveled up, bunch of health. One of the things that we're going to use as a soaker, I've actually never have used one at all, so I figured I would get one and try it. It wasn't nothing too terribly special. I think like a level 90 or something wild. This turtle was a 135 wild, as you can see, really bloody. It was freshly tamed late last night and XP put into it, and then leveled up a bunch in HP. And I believe actually the turtle and the Paraceratherium did get attacked a little bit by a couple wild aloes that come down from up there around that mountain. So there's that also. We've got some Ankies here. Pretty good on Ankies. We managed to tame, I think, 2 of them. Yeah, this one here, the RF, and then Wrecking Ball, they were both 140 wild tames. One was a female, one's a male, so we can start breeding those 2 together to try to get really good Ankies. This one was a decent level, I think, wild. I can't remember exactly. And then this one over here was trash, is like the very first one we tamed since we came onto the server. So we'll probably just end up getting rid of that one. I think that about covers it. A beaver here that we've managed to get tamed to help for the wood, for the charcoal making. One of the things I do like about this location is it's a lot easier to go out and gather things like wood compared to where we were before over in the snow / the ice caves and up on Blue Ob, as you've seen in some of my previous videos. So it's a lot easier to just go out, gather, different things, basically everything, wood, fiber, berries, all that. Meat runs are pretty, easily around here. Just go right down to this beach, and there's normally loads of stuff down on the beach. That's not ours, by the way, don't worry, that's just old stuff that was here. But like I said, yeah, that basically covers it. Try to keep this as short as possible. This is what we have so far. I'll keep updating you guys with, probably 2-3 days in between the videos, and come back and give you a new video updating you more on the progress and all that. But this is what we have so far. Like I said, I appreciate all you guys watching the videos. It means a lot. I didn't think I would get any views or anything whatsoever, or any support, so it does mean a lot for the ones that are actually out there supporting and whatnot. I know I have from what you guys can see on the videos, I know I have a lot of enemies and a lot of non-supporters, but it's okay. It is what it is. I don't pay it no mind. Don't bother me. I'm just here trying to play and have fun. But once again, like I said, this is what we have. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
We're in control.